I wonder what your feelings are around people just not trusting the media. And when I say the media, I mean newspapers, I mean, the talking heads on TV, whomever, right? Or people who say, oh, criticize, this newspaper or that newspaper. What I read on the internet's the only thing that's true. Everything else is a lie.
I think, first of all, let me say you made a really good point. Often you're too immersed in it to understand it yourself. I
Yeah.
feel that there's a little bit of that. And um, I was, having a discussion with my brother who's very conservative, and he was telling
Mhm.
me about how the media is all controlled and et cetera. And I'm
Mhm.
going like, wait, I'm in the media. As far as I've never gotten this memo you're talking about, and believe me, we don't agree with each other. I mean,
Right.
and so it's like I don't. It's like, what are you um, talking about here? It's just not true. And then secondly, it's my experience with most journalists, as opposed to kind of online bloggers or whatever, is like uh, they do have an interest in trying to figure this out. Maybe they screwed up, but it's not intentionally.
Mhm.
It's the stuff is really complicated, and so it's really easy to go, that's fake news,
Mhm.
when you're just making up lies. So but it's I think. I don't know quite how to deal with that, except
Yeah.
just have to do our job. And then at the end of the day, I think it's survival of the fittest. If you are
Yeah.
having taking information that is clearly incorrect and not using it and not going to vetted sources, you will get your ass kicked. All
Right.
right, because so that's why I like to depend upon people that are actually trying to do good, trying to
Mhm.
figure this stuff out, trying to make it work.
Mhm.
I just have way more confidence, and that's actually is, and I can act in a way that will be useful for myself by using correct information.
Yeah.
But
What
we'll
would you
see. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like there's, and I think that the people are starting to rethink, what Facebook and others are doing in terms of
Mhm.
their manipulation.
Mhm.
Um, so hopefully that will help swing the pendulum back to reality.
Well, we can only hope. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges you're facing within your organization right now?
Well, I think for us, it's we're working with a lot with government,
Mhm.
which is like often like swimming through molasses in terms of trying
Right.
to get decisions made. Um, People get in trouble for um, doing things, but don't get in trouble for not doing things, and it's difficult. And
Mhm.
so, and then secondly, for us, it's like we're dealing with people that never have told their story, that have always been in a bunker, and so to make the case of you're not going to be successful if people don't know what you're trying to do, it is not in their normal comfort zone. So we're
Mm.
working a lot on that. So it's definitely not easy, but it is what for us is incredible is the power of controlling the narrative and
Mhm.
then organizing your information and then uh, to have people use that in an effective way
Yeah.
is really great.
How do you find your prospects nowadays?
It's we've done 500 of these, so
Mhm.
basically we have our people that we've done work with call their friends.
Ah.
That's essentially it's we ask who else is doing really good work, and then they call up people, and then we call them. So it's and then secondly, we have a product that they look at and go, wow, this is they never see anything quite like this,
Mhm.
and so that works also.
That's great. Um, so you've got a small organization, only about 15 people, full time. Tell me a little bit about, you as a leader, some of the mistakes that you have made. Why do you think you've made them? What have you done to, fix them? Pick a couple.
Well, all right. I think the biggest challenge that we have is speaking truth to power and getting unrepresented people's voice heard is not the best economic model
Hmm.
of how to go forward. And so it would be is part of what we always had to do is um, find people that were not well, that could make more money other places, but then wanted to be involved in something that mattered and it fit the social mission.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was working on that. And then we were always competing with organizations like McClatchy, like Gannett, that were willing to spend
Deep
incredible amounts
pockets.
of money to take
Yeah,
us out.
sure.
And so we had to be very nimble and stuff. So
Mm.
I would, it would be we were constantly changing, and so
Hmm.
that meant we're always doing new things, and often they failed. And, but we had to do many new things and find some that would work. And then, of course, it would be is like any organization, I would make good hiring decisions and make dumbass hiring decisions, and then see how that played out, and then having to deal with that.
Carol Schultz here. Thanks for watching this excerpt from Authentically Successful. The conversation doesn't end there. So if you want to hear this episode in full and all my conversations with many other successful founders and CEOs, please visit verticalelevation.com/podcast.